I'm going to actually keep up a little bit on this with Ron Paul. I know a lot of people got totally pissed off at the last video I did. And I'm telling you, I know better. I know better than most of you people, believe me. I have the devil's mentality, and I'm telling you the truth. Now, these people were paying me or something to put disinformation out there, and you could probably say I am doing that right now. That would be one thing, but I wouldn't trust them anyway. I wouldn't trust them anyway. I think they're so screwed up I couldn't trust anybody anyway, period. So, I could grab the money and stick them in the back, too. So, they can't trust me, and I can't trust anybody else, too. So, the hell with them. But this is a picture of Ron Paul doing his Masonic handshake. So there you got a picture, right? I'm going to talk a little bit with this. I know he's done the devil's sign and all that. To me, this is a bunch of garbage. I don't care about this stuff. You know, we know he's a Mason. We know his parents are, his wife's and stuff, his kids are into stuff like that. And I really don't think too much of that. But I've been saying all along, he's nothing but a focal point. I was saying, yeah, go ahead and vote for him. Fine. It's probably not going to do any good at the presidential level, but go vote for him, whatever. Fine. You know, he ain't going to win. But say he did, he would betray you in 2 seconds flat as soon as he got in office. But I realize from other standpoint that this guy's totally fake because people's minds are too innocent. And I'm going to tell you right now, Alex Jones is a pile of garbage. He's false opposition. I don't care if he snuck into a Bohemian Grove and all this garbage. Yes, there is stuff that goes on over there. I'm pretty sure of it. And you know, I was in the military for a while too, and I'm pretty smart. I was, you know, like the test you come in the military, very high, very high. It's like an intelligence test. It was way the hell up there. Way the hell. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Some people think I am because I have that Jersey, New York accent, but I'm not stupid. Not at all. And I wind up kind of gravitating to people that are intelligent. And I can tell you there was a lot of stuff going on that I found out about. And it's pretty freaky. And, you know, I talked to people who had relatives and were in the Secret Service, you know, they were high-ranking officers, and they'll tell you a lot of stuff that was going on in the White House at more intimate levels of various dealings. And there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on. So I'm going to kind of introduce people to something else here. Maybe you heard of it. Because actually it is on YouTube. You know, I was wondering if it was too heavy duty for YouTube or what, but it is on here, so I'm going to mention it. But I'm going to actually put this in conjunction with Ron Paul. This guy is such a goody good two shoes that it's impossible. He's real. It's impossible. It's beyond impossible. It is so flaky. It is beyond belief. I don't even agree with everything he says, but there's a lot I do agree with. I mean, this guy getting rid of Social Security or something, for crying out loud. I mean, but you know, public buses or something. But, you know, the Federal Reserve, getting rid of the Federal Reserve and, you know, the big military industrial complex and all that type of stuff. Yeah, well, I actually have less problem with the military industrial complex. As long as when they do conquer a nation, they use it to dispose of evil dictators and then we take over the place and use part of the resources for the United States. I'm all for some of this stuff anyway. I'm a little bit evil, so what can I tell you? But the Federal Reserve is a bunch of garbage. It's just a racket and they're a bunch of bloodsuckers and they're bankers and they don't do anybody any good. And I'm all for Ron Paul as far as medicinal marijuana, oil, and industrial hemp. I think that's a big plus for strengthening the economic output of the United States, where people could actually take part in it. You know, so it'll do a lot of good. So actually, I agree with a lot of his platform, but I just want to point out a little bit how screwed up things are. I knew about this crap for years, and I can comment more. I don't know nothing. I'm gonna get into it. This is a book by Kathy O'Brien and Mark Phillips. Basically, she was a mind control sex slave for like the top people in the United States, all the way up to the presidents and stuff. You want to believe it, don't believe it, whatever you want to do. It's got her accusations in here and everything like that. This is the cover of the book. Here's the website, trans-formation.com. And here's a link. You can actually read the book. I don't know. It's posted online. I don't know if it's supposed to be. I'm not sure, but it is. It's on there. I've read a bunch of parts of this. And I'm familiar with this stuff for years. And there's a lot of junk I knew on the inside of the military that I think a lot of other people didn't know. I got a very inquisitive mind about stuff. There's a lot of shit that goes on. And the military and the mafia, yeah, I know, like in the movies, right? They're tied together in a lot of ways. It's a lot of things are tied together. But I don't want to get into things I specifically know. But this book goes in a lot of detail that I never heard of, but I could believe it from what I know. I could believe a lot of it. Now, I don't know anything like into this much detail, but it goes into Bohemian Grove, too, and different things. I'll post a link. People can read about this. Why am I relating this to Ron Paul? It's so ridiculous that this guy can exist. It's ridiculous, beyond ridiculous. I want people to wake up a little bit. This stuff's a lot worse than you think, man. So I gotta tell you, it is a lot worse, and people are gonna attack me for this maybe, but some are gonna realize. This is actually from Bryce Taylor. She's another one. Well, her accusation in this book, I'll say it's the accusation, is that Bob Hope owned her, and he was basically an asset for, like, basically beyond the CIA, I guess you would call it, because he could travel to different countries under the USO, and he met with a lot of different people. There's a lot of things in there in this book, but you can get and take a little look up on it. Now, I heard a lot about Henry Kissinger, and I don't want to repeat this stuff, man. You won't believe it. A lot of these people are freaks, man. They are total freaks. That's all I got to tell you. They make Bill Clinton look like an altar boy. I mean, that's really what it is. And that's the reality behind it. I don't know what the heck to tell you, but when Ron Paul, this Mr. Goody-Good, two shoes, comes out of, all by himself, all I'm going to do, run for the president, it's all a charade. It's all a charade. I don't know how to say it, Things are so more screwed up than you think that this guy would have been eliminated a million years ago by natural causes. And who the hell would say that they wouldn't even just kill him outright? I mean, they killed Marilyn Monroe. They killed Robert Kennedy. They killed Bobby Kennedy. They killed Martin Luther King. I mean, they killed Malcolm X. Anybody that tries to do anything right, I mean, they don't even have. And what are you people going to do about it, right? Somebody killed him because he was doing the right thing. What are you going to do? Say, "Arr, bitch about it"? I mean, they do that because this guy's a scam. So I'm trying to say, don't waste a nickel on this shithead. That's what I was saying from day one. I'm being very plain the way I'm talking, but I do know what's going on with this. Now, if these guys, I don't know if I would even, if they paid me money to put out a false message, would I do that? Probably not. Or maybe I would and I'd stab them in the back. That's more my style. I mean, I would put out a false message. You want to think I'm a false messenger? I'm working for the elite, a bankster or some garbage. Would I do something like that for money? Yeah, sure. But I'd betray him. I'd stick him in the back. I shouldn't say that because, I kind of blew what I would do, but, they ain't going to pay me any money anyway, so I don't give a shit. But yeah, I would stick him in the back. This guy's a bunch of crap, Ron Paul. He is. He is. And I want you to, dig in a little bit more on some of the things that are going on high up. And it's on both sides of the party. It's some of the nice people that have been around a long time. Oh, they even got Mitt Romney in something in this crap, too, someplace, I heard. With Kathy O'Brien mentioning his name a long time ago. So none of them are any good. I don't know what the hell to tell you, though. But I wouldn't worry about no stupid presidential election. It's a bunch of garbage. The last people that were really free-minded, good people were the Kennedys. And including his son, John Kennedy, Jr., and got killed on a plane. Which, to me, I don't know, just my suspicious, stupid little paranoid conspiracy mind thinking this. He was going to run for senator in New York, and you know who won for that? Who won that, don't you? Right? Guess who would have won it if he didn't die? Kennedy Jr. would have won it, right? So that's the way things go. You think Ron Paul was a thorn in their side? You think that they wouldn't even blatantly kill him out in the open? You know they would. They would. He's all part of the team. That's what I've been trying to tell people. And Alex Jones is part of the team. He's not on your side. He's a bunch of crap. So, I want you to research. You could thumbs down me. I don't give a shit. I'm putting this out here because I'm not trying to be popular about it. I've probably got freaking 1 million people unsubscribing and all this kind of garbage. But I want you to realize what's going on. It's a scam. Ron Paul is a scam. I'm 100% sure of it. 100%. I trust my instincts 100%. I know what this guy's about. I know it. I know Webster Tarpley alludes to a lot of things that he's into Masons and all that. I don't really care about that garbage. But he's so blatantly against the biggest power structures in the world. There's no way in hell he just can't be being put out there as a focal point for you people to rally behind. It's false leadership. So, it's one thing I think people ought to do, though, is just keep buying his silver. What can I tell you? Right now, it's still cheap. Later on, the middle class is going to get clobbered buying silver. I know it. I know what the deal is going to happen. But right now, it's still a good idea. If you don't have this stuff, buy it. But that's all I got to say. I'm going to post a link where you can actually read Kathy O'Brien's book, and I suggest you buy it. Because she's a self-publisher, and you can think it's all bullshit, but I don't want to say what I know personally. I don't know none of the stuff she knows. She knows some really crazy shit, but I know enough that I could believe what she's saying. That's all I got to say. So in my mind, and I know some other things that are maybe not as, with the satanic rituals that she alludes to. I don't know that stuff. But some of the other stuff, yeah, they're a bunch of freaks. They're a bunch of freaks on the top. They are. They're pretty bad news. That's all I got to say.